Hello and welcome back to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Briana Jones.
And I'm Seth Carpenter. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Athletics.
The Trojan men's basketball team handed Georgia State its first Sun Belt loss of the season Saturday in a game that saw an exciting last conclusion that made the crowd go wild. That shot not only added a win to Troy's record, but it gave Georgia State their first conference loss of the season. Head coach Phil Cunningham reflects on Troy's performance from Saturday evening's game.
First of all, I thought it was a great college basketball game. Two really good teams going at it. One thing we told our guys at halftime, we said these are two of the best teams in the Sun Belt going at it. We said, hey, they're going to make a run. We're going to make a run. The way they score the ball, don't be shocked if they go on an 8-0 run, a 9-0 run. But we got to be hard-headed and just stay in the game.
This game included 13 lead changes and was tied 7 times. For both the Trojans and the Panthers, their points in the paint was the reason it remained this intense, yet both teams struggled with free throws. The Panthers missing one of their last free throw attempts gave senior Jordan Bernardo the confidence he needed to knock down the game-winning shot from beyond top of the key.
The play was designed for me to get the ball at the end. We thought he was going to make both of the free throws at the end. So it was just a good strategy from our coach's standpoint, and I just stepped up to hit the shot.
Man, what can you say about Jordan Bernardo? He just the kind of senior year he's having. I don't think anybody in our program, it didn't surprise him at all. They stepped up and made that shot. This
77-75 win for the Trojans sends the team off as their next 3 games are on the road.
It's ULM on the road, Lafayette on the road, at South. Well, we better win this game, and we needed to win just to stay alive, but we needed it for a confidence standpoint as well.
And 2 undefeated Sun Belt records fell in Trojan Panther matchups on Saturday. However, for the Trojan women's basketball team, they were the ones being knocked off. Troy fell by 4 points in Atlanta last Saturday. The Panthers held the Trojans without a basket for the last 3:35 of the final 4 minutes of the game, even after Troy had an 18-point lead during halftime. Troy only made 14 of 40 in the second half of the game, but Georgia State shot 20 of 31.
After dropping their first conference game of the season on Saturday, the Trojan women's basketball team had a mission to make sure they don't get another Sun Belt loss, and so far, it's been mission accomplished. The Trojan women's basketball team gave Trojan fans the hope they were looking for as they brought a 78-56 win with their return to Trojan Arena. The team grabbed 24 points off of turnovers, and the bench chipped in with 37. Point guard Kayla Robinson was once again hot as she finished with 20 points and 5 assists. Robinson talked about the steps this team had to make to get this win.
Us knocking down shots, confusing the defense, whether they want to be in man or whether they want to be in zone or whether they want to press us. They just give us what we take.
Troy managed to get 30 points in the paint, even with going 29 for 69 in the entire game. However, the team went 12 of 15, shooting 80% from the free throw line.
Yeah, everybody's going to come in ready to play us. Everybody wants to beat Troy, so we got to come in and prepare for a fight.
We're just really thankful to get this win tonight in front of a great crowd here in Trojan Arena. Coming off of a loss that really hurt us really bad. We're glad one didn't turn into 2. We really made a stand on some mistakes that we made last week. We tried to correct them, and we did.
And still with that #1 spot in the Sun Belt Conference, the ladies will look ahead to another Louisiana team for Saturday.
Saturday's game, we'll watch a lot of film on them tomorrow and hopefully correct some things that we had today, have a very light practice, and just prepare for some Raging Cajuns to come in here and try to get one more win against them.
Briana Jones, Troy, Trojan Vision Sports.
Trojan men fought down to the wire but just couldn't pull off the win in their matchup against ULM Thursday night in Monroe. Trojans fell to the Warhawks 75-69 last night in Sun Belt action on the road in Louisiana. Troy got as close as 3 points in the final minutes of the game, but the Warhawks were able to keep enough distance to secure the win. Jordan Bernardo led the Trojans in scoring with 29 points and tied his career high for field goals made with 12 in the game out of 19 attempts.
The Trojan men's tennis team successfully opened 2019 season with a win against West Alabama Tigers 5-2. It is the first team win under the new head coach, Rolando Vargas. the Trojans had a confident start in doubles where seniors Jackie Duan and sophomore Palawo and Tuna defeated their opponents in a fast manner 6-2. Freshmen Louis Vo and George Poyetas clinched a tough win at 7-6 and 7-3. Oscar Michalek and Manuel Bernard played together for the first time and fell short in a close match 5-7.
6 individuals brought home wins in their respective events as Troy competed in the Emory Crossplatz Invitational Sunday. Gemma Finch, Gabrielle Henderson, Alexis Garrett, Genesis Jones, Jess Jacobson all finished atop their events. Finch set the school record in the women's 800 meters to highlight all performances. Henderson posted the best time in the prelims and semis before winning it in the finals, while Garrett had the top 60-meter hurdles in run in semis and claimed the top spot in the finals. On the field side, newcomer Genesis Jones finished in a tie for first in the high jump with a mark of 1.60 meters.
After the announcement of Neil Brown's departure from Troy, fans had been eagerly awaiting the chance to see who will fill his shoes as the next head coach of the Trojans, and now they know, as the Trojan Nation was introduced to the new leader of the Trojans on February 11th.
So at this time, I'd like to call our next head football coach of Troy University, Chip Lindsey, to the podium.
And with that, Chip Lindsey takes over the reins of the Trojans football program. Lindsey began his coaching career back in 1997, but this will be his very first head coaching job of not only a college, but one that is at the Division I level.
We'll work every day to make you proud, continue to be proud of this great program. You know, I dreamed of being the head football coach in college one day. That was when I got into college football. And, you know, Coach Blakeney hired me here in 2010, right out of high school. I'd had some success in high school, and I actually replaced Neil the first time he left. So there's a little history there.
And with replacing Neil Brown once again in his career, Troy supporters are curious to know to what places will Lindsey take a team that has had 3 consecutive 10-win seasons and has the 8th most wins nationally among G5 programs.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be excitement every day. The good thing for me is it's not really going to be a change a whole lot. I mean, it's the same. Neil and I have the same background offensively, and I think our players are going to have a seamless transition as far as that goes.
Trojans have time to get acquainted with Lindsey's style before the season kicks off, as there will be a few spring practices and scrimmages in the future.
I can't wait to meet and speak with every one of you, okay? Go Trojans.
With a new head coach, it will sometimes bring in new members as well. Head coach Chip Lindsey made his first official hire by hiring Ryan Pugh as Troy's offensive coordinator. Pugh joins the Troy staff following one season as the offensive line coach at BYU, in addition to coaching stops at LSU, Cincinnati, Virginia Tech, Auburn, and at UT San Antonio. In 2015, when he coached at LSU with the offensive line, the Tigers went 9-3 and finished number 16 nationally. Pugh is a native of Hoover, Alabama, and is a graduate from Auburn University.
As for one Troy staff member, he will be receiving a promotion under head coach Chip Lindsey's request. Brandon Hall, also known as special teams coordinator and outside linebackers coach, will serve as the defensive coordinator for next season. Hall joined the Troy staff following a 4-year stint as co-defensive coordinator at Jacksonville State, where his defense ranked in the top 20 nationally each season, including in the top 5 his final 2 seasons. Hall's first season at Troy saw the Trojans ranked 3rd nationally in turnovers gained, 10th in sacks, and 16th in tackles for loss. A league-high 12 defensive players were named to the All-Sunbelt team following the 2018 season.
Troy head football coach Chip Lindsey continued to fill out his staff as Brian Blackman was announced as the Trojans special teams coordinator. Blackman joined the Troy staff prior to the 2018 season to coach the Trojans tight ends and S-backs, and served as an offensive analyst at Auburn in 2017. Following a 21-year career at Opelika High School, Blackman will look to continue Troy's success on special teams after the team finished first in efficiency rating, according to ESPN.
John Carr was also added to the staff to coach on the offensive side. Carr joins the Troy staff following one season at conference rival ULM, where he was the receivers coach and recruiting coordinator. A longtime high school coach in the state of Louisiana, Carr has more than 20 years of coaching experience at the high school, junior college, and collegiate levels. Carr also served as the assistant head coach and offensive coordinator at Jones County Junior College and helped lead the Bobcats to a combined record of 14-5.
Head coach Chip Lindsey continued his hirings as he named Cole Wheats as his offensive analyst and Andrew Warwick as a defensive assistant. Wheats joins the Troy staff following 2 seasons as a graduate assistant at Auburn, where he primarily worked with the Tigers quarterbacks under Coach Lindsey. And Warwick served 1 season as the defensive coordinator at Jacksonville State, while ranking as the 15th best defense in the country and only allowed 311 yards per game and won their 5th straight conference championship game.
Troy University has announced the members of the 8th induction class into the Troy University Sports Hall of Fame. The 6 new inductees will be enshrined in a special ceremony on Saturday, April 13, 2019. The class consists of John Faircloth, who started on the offensive line and at linebacker during his playing time at Troy. Tamara Howren, who played softball between 2002 and 2005. Brock Nutter, who started 48 straight games for the Trojans and made history as Troy's first quarterback at the NCAA Division IA level. Mitzi McClendon Hosty, who played 94 to 97 for the Trojans softball team. Garrick Pimenta, who is Troy's all-time leading tackler, and Daryl Thomas, who played basketball from 1987 to 1989. Still to come on Trojan Sports Now, we'll have a preview of the Trojan basketball team's matchup against ULL.
But first, Briana sits down with the women's basketball guard Shatirka O'Neal. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.